Okay, well, here's the story and how I came up with all this signature duplicating thing. Um, I was with a friend of mine, and he, by accident, happened to have a duplicate card. Let me explain. He was out with a friend. They were having drinks, and he made some magic. He made him sign a card, and after that, well, he kept the card. He went home, and like a couple of months later, they went out with some chicks to a bar, and he remembered he had the card signed by his same friend. So he went like, okay, I can force the card and make him sign it again, so I will have two of them. And in this place, there was this guy that built the cotton candy around a stick, and he thought like, okay, I'll make him. I'll put an incision in the stick, and place the card, and build the cotton candy, and give it as a gift to one of the girls. And so he did. So he suddenly stands up from the table and gets two cottons for each girl. And when they started eating it, he started doing magic. He forces the card. He makes him sign, and well, the rest is history. Somehow he disappears the card, and he timed it so that the girl was biting on the cotton candy in the instant that the card was about to appear. So vanished over here and appeared between her teeth, and that just kept my mind wondering, wow, if you could do this over and over again, you can do anything with the duplicating card. I mean, that's why we magicians have invented the torn corner from the cards, or many methods to convince the audience that it's the same object. So, well, I finally got this first clear image of my signature in a test, so I went like, this is it. And I decided to go to FISM, but it was like 2 years before FISM. I had a lot of time to continue to work and make it work better, but I knew I had it. So I kept it up for myself. I didn't tell anyone except the team that I was working with it, so it will be there one time. And then we went to FISM. I didn't know what to expect, and basically I arrived to the Congress, and I decided to make this act like kind of a seance where Houdini was present. I had a portrait where the card will reappear. The idea was to choose 3 or 4 random people from the audience and make them sign the card, and let them burn the card, and then the portrait will catch in flames, and the card will reappear in Houdini's hands in the portrait. So that was basically the presentation that I did at FISM back in 1997. But the problem was that this was in Germany, and Germans are really stick by the books sometimes. So they had these girls that were the only ones that could help any contestant, any competitor. So I told them, this doesn't work for me. I really have to select someone freely and randomly from the audience, because if not, people would think that that's a stooge. And they would like, no, there's no way you can do that. We have to be on time. That will lose time, and you have to use these girls. And well, we get into an argument, and I didn't win. So the girl just sat there before I even got that. That was kind of the logistic that they had. So, but it was like the same girl that they had seen over and over again with other magicians. So, well, I had to do it that way. I made the girl sign the card. We went through the routine, and it didn't went very well. And I thought like, well, I know why. I mean, the only explanation is a stooge, and actually that's what happened. And in FISM you should not use the stooges. It's like really, it's not well seen. So the everyone thought I used the stooge. It was too perfect, right? I mean, the card was here, sound was over there. So well, I went out. This was for card magic competition, but I was also on convention. So it got a lot of talk about because, but a bad talk about it. Everyone was like, "Hey, that was not classy using a stooge in a competition." But then it all paid off quite well because when I go again on stage and I had to tell what the invention was, and I actually showed it to the judges. The minute they saw the method, they understood there was no stooge. I was kind of disqualified because of using a stooge in card magic. But then it was like, okay, you duplicated signature. That's not even possible. So the mouth word spread like hell. Everyone was like, what? Everyone was asking how it worked, how I wanted to see the method, and it went crazy. So that's basically the history of FISM, and it was great. I mean, I remember back then in 1997, Genie magazine, Eugene Berger writing about that the best thing at FISM was this.